And it's also going live on YouTube.
All right, it's ready to publish.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jake Taylor, your personal transformation coach. I will be your live moderator for this webinar. We're going to talk about some things that I think is going to be absolutely influential in your life, for you to learn how to take control of your life, find your purpose, create a product from it, turn it into a profit, and then learn how to use that to create financial freedom for you like you never can believe. So we're going to give this a few more minutes. It starts at 7:15. I'm just here kind of early just to make sure everything is working right for you guys, to make sure things are good. So we'll wait just for a little bit, let some people kind of get on here, and then we'll get started promptly at 7:15. Hey, what's going on? We do have a few people on this line right now. We're extremely excited to have you guys on. You're going to see two people on this webinar. It's going to be me, myself, and my beautiful wife, AJ, on the moderator side, on the control panel side, making sure that we can answer any of your questions that you may have. AJ, say hi. Say hey to them in the chat. She's going to say hey to you guys in the chat. But in the meantime, while we're waiting, we're going to get started exactly at 7:15. While you're waiting, get out a notepad, get some good stuff out, because not only am I going to help you guys find your purpose in life, but I'm also going to teach you how to package it to where you can turn it into a product that serves you, turn that into a profit, and then from there teach you how you can gain financial freedom from the experiences and the knowledge that you already have. You don't have to be a genius in order for this to come true for you. Only thing that you have to have is will and the right coach that can get you there. I'm going to prove to you guys why I am qualified to be able to teach you this stuff. And not only am I going to prove to you guys why I'm qualified to teach you, I'm going to show you the platform that I created to make sure that I'm in your face every single day, helping you, push you towards your purpose. Because for me, I know just like you, if you're looking in this screen, you're looking for it. That's why you clicked this webinar. That's why you wanted to come on. 2017 was supposed to be your year. You were supposed to do things that you never could have imagined that you would be able to do. However, you fell short. And if you did succeed at some stuff and some of the goals that you set out to succeed in, and you still feel that emptiness inside of you, that's what I call lack of purpose. You have a lack of drive inside of you that can continue to help push you forward. And I think it's important for us to understand the importance of that and why that plays a big role in our life. In the meantime, we're going to watch a little bit of TD Jakes on how you shouldn't confuse talent with purpose. And this should bring us on into our webinar for today.
One of the things I saw you do in this sermon, Living on Purpose, where you came out and you actually sat on the speaker. Yeah. And you say that most people, or many people, are using their life as a speaker, yeah, when in fact, they're underusing their purpose.
Let me do that. Let me do that.
Let you do it.
You just ruined the whole thing.
I was trying to get it straight.
Yeah. Let me fix this.
I'm gonna let you fix it.
I was sitting on a speaker, and I said, this speaker will bear the weight of my body. It will make a chair in a pinch. It will get me out of a crisis. It will be a chair, but it was not designed to be a chair. I am not using it for its highest and best use. I said, many times we are pushed into functioning in an area that is not our highest and best use because somebody needed us to be something that we were not created to be.
That's what I was saying.
I got you.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
See what I'm saying?
You also say that people confuse, this happens all the time. Anybody who can sing just a little bit or they can write a piece of a poem, they think they're supposed to be Maya Angelou all of a sudden. And you say people confuse talent with purpose.
Yes, because so many times you have a modicum of talent in an area, maybe just enough talent to appreciate people who are really called to that area. It doesn't mean that you need to necessarily go out and do that thing. You must understand that the purpose is the underlying chemistry that makes you live your life. It may not be, you may not have a strong talent. Let me give an example because I'm messing mine up. Let me give you an example. I have talent as a musician. I can play the piano. Not well enough to be maestro, but I have a modicum of talent in that area, but that was not my purpose. But many times we start working in an area that we have talent, but it's not our purpose. I tell my kids this, you may start out doing something that is not the thing you were created to do. It may only be the thing that leads to the thing you were created to do. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
So you don't stop at where you are as if it were the destination, when in fact, in reality, it may be the transportation that brings you into that thing you were created to do.
Whoa.
So guys, if you could see, TD Jakes was specifically talking about the difference between talent and purpose. And a lot of times we're talented at a lot of areas. God bless you with the ability to do a lot of things. However, those abilities and those talents that you have, and you go and you try to chase careers and you try to chase things, thinking that is supposed to be your purpose. We're all talented in multiple areas. However, the reason why it seems like we can't progress, the reason why it seems like we're still empty on the inside, the reason why it's still hard for us to move forward in the direction that we should is because we're operating in our talent and not our purpose. And on today's lesson and webinar, I'm going to talk about that purpose, and I'm gonna hone down in on helping you not only find your purpose, but I'm gonna show you how you can use your purpose and then turn your purpose into a profit that can gain you financial freedom and financial peace like you never have before. And I know a lot of you guys, you're looking in on this webinar, you're like, Jake, how can you help me get there? What qualifies you to be able to teach us anything? And the very first thing I'm gonna say is, you're absolutely right. I have to prove myself to you guys in order for you to just be open to hearing what's going on. The very first thing I want to do from the bottom of my heart, and my wife and I, we want to say thank you for getting on this webinar, because you can be anywhere at any point at any time, but you're here on this webinar because you're looking for something. You're not only trying to find your purpose, but you're trying to figure out exactly where you fit in this world. You're trying to figure out how you can pull out the best of you so that you feel fulfilled on the inside and it shows out on the outside. And that's what we're going to talk about here on this. But the very first thing, I want you to get a pen and a paper. And I want you to get a pen and a paper out, and I want you to write this here. I want you to write what we're going to go over today. A couple of things that we're going to go over today. We're going to cover in this webinar event, why do you exist? What is your purpose in life? We're going to cover the difference between passion and purpose. We're going to cover how to turn your purpose into a product or service that can help somebody else. We're going to cover how to find who is your target market, and the power of positioning and timing. We're going to cover how to build and hire a team with no money and all you have is vision and will. We're going to talk about how to prototype development. We're going to talk about marketing and branding. We're going to talk about the 90-day mandate. I'm going to show you guys an example how my wife and I, isn't she beautiful, how we took an idea with no money and we turned it into a multiple six-figure consulting firm. And we're dedicated to not only showing you how to do it, but showing hundreds and thousands of people along the way. These are the things that we're going to show you. And the very first thing I want to do, I want to do a poll. AJ, can you do our first poll for them? And I just kind of see, I want to know where you guys are. I want to know if you feel like you're living in your purpose. Click that poll and let us know, do you feel as though you're living inside of your purpose? Do you feel as though you're living inside of your purpose? Good, 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 good. So we have great answers here. We have some yeses and we have some nos. And the beautiful thing about we're figuring out if we're living inside of our purpose. It's one thing to live inside of your purpose. It's another thing to be able to capitalize on it and to push it further. And the next poll I want to do, just to kind of figure out exactly where you guys are, we're going to do a poll on just to figure out if you're a business owner or not. So I kind of know the audience that I'm talking to. She's going to do another poll for us to be able to see what audience we have here today. Beautiful for those who feel like you're living in your purpose. I hope that I'm able to bring some more value to you with inside of your purpose. Good. Have some business owners on. Good, 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 good. So we have business owners on this webinar that not only are business owners, but you feel like you're living inside of your purpose. And so, I commend you. I thank you for being on this webinar. And obviously you came to this webinar because you wanted to learn how you can break through that ceiling. You wanted to learn how you can get through that door. You wanted to figure out a way for you to be able to expand your gifts in more areas so that not only you're more profitable, but your purpose is being fulfilled in a major way. We're going to definitely talk about that in this webinar. But the very first thing I want to do, I want to qualify my wife and I for why we believe that we're the transformation coaches that you need. And we're going to show you guys through this. Of course, my name is Jake Taylor. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Jacobs International Enterprises with my beautiful wife. We founded and also created the School of Transformation and Transformation University for you guys. Over the past 4 years, I've consulted and worked with several direct sales and marketing companies on effectively building up their sales organizations. I've mentored and coached hundreds and thousands of small-based businesses and home-based business owners looking to transform the quality of their life and business. As you guys can see here, my job was to recruit and build large organizations for people who wanted to sell products for direct sales, marketing companies, and work from home. And my job was to teach them how to build a business, working from home and learning how to grow an organization. So as you guys can see here, we built an organization over 1,000 people. And at this point in time, this is actually this week that I went back in the system, and I was surprised actually that my username and password worked. But as you guys can see, this group, over 1,000 people I recruited in over 6 different countries inside of this organization. A large sum of this organization was in South Africa. They were producing over $147,000 a month for this particular company. And over here, you guys see the same thing, over 486 people I was mentoring and coaching within this organization. As you guys can see here, Jake Taylor Jacobs, that's my name. And this is my wife and I's company, Jacobs International Enterprises, aka JIE. Again, here, this is my buddies and I. We put on an event here in Dallas, Texas, January 21st, 2016, trying to help people go into the year full of energy and to be properly prepared to take their businesses to the next level. Over 456 people not only bought tickets, but they were enthusiastic about their growth and where they wanted to go. And I'm proud to say that over 250 people showed up to this event. For the past 2 years, through God's design, I've become the leading millennial transformation coach in my space. My specialty is helping millennials and young-hearted people transform their passion into purpose, then their purpose into profit. This, of course, again, is me coaching and teaching. I've literally taught and coached in lofts. I've taught and coached on stages. I've taught and coached in front of hundreds and thousands of people. I've taught and coached in churches. I've taught and coached in event rooms and galas. Again, you guys can see here, this is a group of millennials trying to learn how they can build their business and further build a strategy to where they can be effective and efficient, working inside of their purpose, working inside of their passion, and living the life that God designed for them to make. Again, of course, as you guys can see, there's a dynamic group of people that I've worked with, and actually here, this is actually one of my most proud moments. This was at a speakers boot camp, and this room was filled with people who wanted to learn how to speak. They wanted to learn how to make money speaking. They wanted to build better confidence inside of themselves in order to progress and to become better leaders outright. So I was extremely excited about getting invited to that event. Here, of course, my beautiful wife and I, AJ and I, have built a multiple six-figure finance firm, and our specialty was asset protection. And here, as you guys can see, I wanted to show you guys proof. This is the last time you'll hear me talking about myself, but I wanted to show you guys that my wife and I are more than qualified to get you to the next level. And we use our purpose to generate profits so that we can get in front of as many people as we can to show them how they can do the same thing. You don't have to be a genius in order to do it. All you have to do is have heart, will, and a desire to create the lifestyle for not only yourself, but other people that are around you that need to hear your story. They need to see exactly where you need to go. So here it is, May 8, 2017 to June 14th, 2017. This again is myself. As you guys can see, for proof, here within a month, we did over $104,000 within 1 month. May 8, 2017 to June 14, 2017 in revenue. And again, you guys can see here from May 8, 2017 to October 20th, 2017, we did over $162,000 in revenue. Guys, I'm showing you proof of a company, a multiple six-figure company doing about $33,000 a month within the last 5 months. I don't show you guys this again to brag. I show you guys this to just prove to you. And again, this is the same results. And that this income right here did not include the $35,000 that we did in a transfer over. So when we're talking about getting you guys to the next level, I'm literally talking about getting you guys to the next level. I'm literally talking to you guys about progressing in a way that you never could have imagined that you could progress. And I'm gonna tell you a funny story. There was more trying times than good times, and I understood the importance of when you're centered in your purpose and you know exactly what God has called you to do. Romans 12:3 says, "Do not conform to the world." But be 12:2 says, "Do not conform to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove that God's will is good, acceptable, and perfect." And what that is saying right there is simply saying that God has already specifically designed a walk for us. In most times, guys, I'll give you guys an example. When I used to play basketball in high school, I was a starting point guard of one of the top teams in the United States. And on the state championship game, we only lost 3 games in the entire year, and only 1 was in the state of Texas. And in the state game, I was so self-conscious about the shoes that I was wearing because I couldn't afford everyone else's shoes. I was the kid that had to wear my gym shoes, were the shoes that I was kind of like walking around school in. And we were at the state championship game, and I looked at my buddy. I wear a size 13. He wore a size 11.5. And I remember this so clear. He had Jordans on. I said, "Man, since you got new shoes for the game," because most of the people on my team got new shoes for the game. I said, "Since you got new shoes for the game, can I wear your Jordans inside of the game?" Hence, he wears a size 11.5, and I wear a size 13. 15. So just imagine how my feet were like balled up inside of this shoe, right? Just imagine how crazy that is to see. And so what happened was when I got on the court, I couldn't function to the fullness of my ability. Don't miss that. The reason why I couldn't function in the fullness of my ability is because I was walking in somebody else's shoes. And the reason why you can't progress in the way that you need to is because you are walking in someone else's shoes. And if you feel like you're walking inside of your purpose, sometimes the reason why it's hard for you to break through that barrier isn't because you're not walking inside your purpose. It's because you're still walking in somebody's shoes inside of your purpose. And the thing that we have to figure out, we have to kind of fine tune. We have to fine tune exactly what we need to do. If you guys are getting some quality stuff right now, I want you guys to say, this is fire. Chat, put in the chat, this is fire. Put in the chat, this is fire. If you guys are getting some stuff tonight, I want you to put in the chat, this is fire. That's going to give me the energy to know hot like fire. Put in the chat right now, this is fire, if you guys are getting some good stuff. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Good, Skyrim. Thanks, brother. Thanks, Skyrim. This is fire. I know it is. I'm giving you guys so much sauce, and this is the information that I wish I got. I wish I got this information when I first got started, because if I did, I would have been so much better off for it. Me, Sean, it's lit. Good. So what I want to talk to you guys about right now is simply this. I want to prove to you guys that passion is not the same as purpose. And I don't want you to miss that, because a lot of people, the reason why it's hard for us to succeed is because we get inside of our purpose with a bunch of passion. And we get inside the wrong purpose, not necessarily our shoes or what exactly we're supposed to do. And so passion, for a lack of better terms, is like the sun. Sun. So I want you guys to put in the chat, sun. Passion is like the sun. Put in the chat, passion is like the sun. Put in the chat, passion is the sun. And if you think about the sun is relatively harmless when you walk outside. It touches your skin, but it's not harming you. However, when the sun connects with what I call a magnifying glass, what happens is, when the sun connects to a magnifying glass, all of a sudden the sun's harmless ray now becomes a deadly like laser. Give you guys an example. If you were to ever go on YouTube, I dare you to put sun with magnifying glass, and you will see that the sun started out harmless, but with a magnifying glass. The magnifying glass, it focuses all of the sun's energy in a specific direction all at one time. Guys, do not miss this. The sun is harmless when you go out. But when you apply a magnifying glass, the only thing it does, it magnifies the passion that you have. So in your life, you may have a lot of passion to go help a lot of people. You may have a lot of passion to create financial freedom for yourself and your family. You may have a lot of passion to do things that you never thought that you would be able to do. But passion without a magnifying glass is harmless. Let me breathe. Woo, that is fire. Let me repeat that for you guys. Passion without a magnifying glass is harmless. Put harmless in the chat. Please put harmless in the chat. So let me tell you what the magnifying glass is for your life. The reason why you can't get where you want to be in your life, the reason why it's hard for you to move in the direction that you need to move, is because your passion is harmless. Your passion Your passion is going everywhere. Your passion is moving in areas that it should not be. Your passion is stretched too wide. The reason why the sun is harmless is because the sun's rays is spread throughout the whole entire world evenly. But when the sun's rays begin to be focused, when the sun's rays focus specifically into the magnifying glass, all of a sudden you have a fire-like ray that's created. So let me tell you guys, if you have a lot of passion, you guys are on this webinar right now. You guys are keeping me juiced by putting in the chat. I thank you guys for it. But if you guys are passionate, those who came to this webinar, you're passionate, and I can tell that you're passionate. But the reason why you can't break through the barrier that you want to break through is because you're harmless. You got to find your focus. Now, here's the deal. Your magnifying glass, the only thing it does, it just focuses your passion. So it takes all of the passion that you have and it focuses it in a specific area. If you ever looked inside of a magnifying glass, it makes things larger, as you can see, that beautiful smile. Then they appear. And that magnifying glass makes things larger than they appear. But let me tell you, when you look at passion and you add a magnifying glass, if you look at those, how do you call it? Those YouTube videos, you look at those YouTube videos and they say, even when the sun hits the magnifying glass, it doesn't get deadly like until you find the sweet spot. So if you look at this, as you guys can see right here is the sweet spot. So the sun's rays can hit this magnifying glass, but it's only when it hits the sweet spot that it becomes deadly and it can literally melt anything that it's focused on. Don't miss that. I'm telling you guys, the reason why some of you guys, yeah, you may feel like you're walking in your purpose and you know your purpose, but the reason why you don't have that fire like blaze inside of you and you haven't been able to get in front of the people that you need to, you haven't been able to knock down doors, and you're still dealing with a little bit of fear and a little bit of doubt, is because you are walking in your passion. You have your magnifying glass, but you still haven't found your sweet spot. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Sweet spot. Put sweet spot in the chat. Put sweet spot in the chat. Sweet spot in the chat. Skyron, you're absolutely right. Passion without a magnifying glass is harmless. Thanks, Italia. Harmless. Thanks, AJ. Harmless. Sweet spazat. Sweet spazat, baby. Okay, so the very first thing we have to ask ourselves is, why do we exist? That's that sweet spot. Why do we exist and what is our purpose? Guys, I want to tell you guys something. All of our purpose, this is going to trick you out because you're going to be like, wait a minute, you're scamming me here. All of our purpose is the same. I bet some of you guys are like, what, Jake? Are you serious? All of our purpose is the same. We all have a purpose to help somebody else. We all have a purpose to help someone else's life better, to become better. We all have a purpose to be able to do something for somebody else that is so great and so valuable to them that they will decide to pay us and compensate us for it. But the difference in that purpose is that a lot of us try to worry about the outcome, the results, which is income, and we'll talk about that later. So if all of our purpose is supposed to be to help people, that's all of our purpose. So all of us should have this magnifying glass already. But the reason why it's hard for us to be able to begin to focus our passion is because a lot of times we want to help ourselves in business. A lot of times we want to help ourselves when it comes to other stuff. A lot of times we want to do things for other people for benefit of ourselves instead of doing it out of the goodness of your heart, because you know it's your purpose and your will to help their life become better. So let me tell you guys, this right here is your purpose. Your purpose is to help other people. However, this sweet spot, that's your own destiny. That's your own walk. This is why you're living. That sweet spot is what defines you to be Italia. That sweet spot is what defines you to be Skyron. That sweet spot is what defines you to be AJ. This spot in here right here magnifies. That's when your passion becomes absolutely unstoppable and indestructible. That's what you guys got to understand. Your purpose. What is your purpose? Your purpose is to help people, but not only help people, your purpose is to find your sweet spot. That's what separates you in order for you to be able to move forward in the next part of your life. If you guys want me to move forward and you want me to keep giving you some more good information, I need to see that you guys say more information. Let me see you guys say more information, because that's going to tell me that you guys are getting it and you understand where we're going. I need a few more people to say more information. Yes, Skyron, thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you guys how to turn your purpose into a product or a service. I'm going to teach you guys how to turn your purpose into a product or a service. I'm going to teach you guys how to turn your purpose into a product or a service. So here's the deal. A lot of people believe that when you're functioning inside of your purpose, that means that you can't make a profit off of it. And that's absolutely false. A lot of times the reason why we go through certain things and it's hard for us to be able to see value in the purpose that we're walking in is because we don't believe that we can turn our purpose into a product. And there's three type of products that you can turn your purpose into. You can turn your purpose into a service. You can turn your purpose into an actual physical product. You can turn your purpose into a digital product. You can turn your purpose into a system. These are the four basic rudiments of how or what you can turn your purpose into. And your purpose is to help people, but this area right here, that sweet spot. This is what in business we call a niche. That sweet spot is what separates you and takes you to the next level. That sweet spot is what elevates you. This sweet spot is what gets you to the place that you need to be. And I know you guys are like, Jake, help me find my sweet spot. And this sweet spot, I'll talk to you about it here closer to the end. I'm going to show you how I can help you find your sweet spot and how you can turn that thing into it. But I'm going to give you guys an example. I'm going to give you guys an example of real life experiences, okay? And I'm going to be vulnerable enough to be able to, I'm going to use myself for an example. Before I met my wife, and when you guys know me, the reason why I'm one of the leading millennial transformation coach is because I'm completely transparent about my life. Because if it wasn't for me getting through the things that I got through, I wouldn't be able to stand in front of you today. My transparency is keys to your breakthrough, because the only way that you're going to be able to break through to the next level in your life and start this year and build up to make 2018 the best year of your life is if you're transparent with yourself. At one point in time, I was completely addicted to pornography. At one point in time, I was completely addicted to pornography. It was my drug, if you will. I couldn't function without it. This was my weakness. And my weakness led me to making mistakes that I should never have made. My weakness was leading me into areas, creating me to be weak when I needed to be strong in the areas. Let me give you guys a prime example of how to turn your purpose, exactly, Skyron, how to turn your purpose into a service that can help somebody. You can make a profit, and how that profit can create you financial freedom. I want you guys to put in the chat, financial freedom, financial freedom, financial freedom, financial freedom. That's going to let me know to keep going. Financial freedom, financial freedom. Financial freedom, financial freedom. Financial freedom. Financial freedom, financial freedom. Let me see it. Let me see it. Financial freedom, financial freedom. Good. Hey, AJ, thanks. Financial freedom, financial freedom. Good. Thanks. Okay, I can move forward. So purpose equals helping others. I like you, Skyron. Purpose equals helping others. Our purpose is to help others. Now, let me give you an example of a sweet spot. A sweet spot is finding what people need. Maybe an experience that you've been through. Maybe something that you know that you're an expert at. That is your sweet spot. So watch this. Now, say for an example, this person's sweet spot is their biggest obstacle in life was how they overcame themselves pornography. Let me say this person's. Let's say John. John knows that his purpose is to help others. Now watch this. His biggest obstacle in his life was to overcome pornography. So his biggest obstacle in his life was overcoming pornography. Purpose equals helping others. Then his biggest obstacle in his life was overcoming pornography. Uh-oh. Guess what, guys? I'm about to create a product out of this. Watch how this works. Because John, when he overcame it, he realizes that he's not the only one who dealt with that. And in marriages, a lot of times the reason why men step out on their wives when they shouldn't is because they're allowing their mind to fly away in areas that it shouldn't. And biblically, it teaches us how to stay in the same connection with your wife. So this is a big problem in a marriage. An addiction is a big problem in a marriage. So watch this. So John's biggest problem is that he overcame pornography. He understands that his purpose is to help others. He knows his skills and his talents is in his ability to speak. So he's a great speaker who overcame pornography inside of his marriage, and he understands that his purpose is to help people. Watch what I create. So John says, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a service that helps husbands and or wives fight and overcome the same thing that I overcame. Now, to most people, it's not technology. It's not the latest and greatest Facebook or MySpace. It's not an app. And to most people, this may not be $1 billion concept. But if your purpose is aligned in the right way, all of a sudden, God can magnify your purpose to go over what you can control. So now he creates a service. His service is aiding and fixing addictions inside of marriages. So his service was aiding fixed addictions inside of marriages. Do you guys see where I'm going? Type yes if you do. Aiding fixed addictions inside of marriages. So now you guys may say, okay, that's his service. So how can he make money off of this? Great question. You guys are asking great questions. So here's a way. He's going to create a digital product. He's going to create a book on how he overcame this addiction. A book can be digital, both physical. And then from creating this book, What is exactly Skyrim Lust? And then from creating this book, now he can create an online academy. And I'm going to show you guys the online academy my wife and I created together. And then he can create an online academy that people can buy anonymously so they can fix their marriages and fix the problem. So now he creates an online academy, which now will make John a consultant. So John, who once had a problem and never, John wasn't the smartest guy in class. John didn't have the technologies, a mindset to be able to go do things he never could imagine to do. John simply was a guy who overcame the average thing that an average person would overcome. So from overcoming that, John then decides, okay, my purpose, I know my purpose is to help others. But how do I help people? I know my purpose, but how do I get in front of people? I don't have a product. I don't have anything. Well, let me tell you. John met Coach Jake. And I said, John, what's the biggest thing you overcame in your life? He says, my addiction to pornography. It was killing my marriage. Okay, if it was killing your marriage, he says, so I found a way to get over it and I don't deal with that anymore. Okay, great job, John. How did you do that? And then John created a curriculum in a step-by-step of how he broke that habit. So now, follow me, guys. Now, John says, okay, you know what? I think I know where you're going, Jake. So Jake and John, we sit down together and we say, well, who are you going to aid? We're going to aid people with addiction, and we're going to use the same steps that I used to break my pornography addiction. I'm going to help them break whatever addiction that they have that's killing their marriage. So watch this. Now, John has become a consultant and a coach, created an online academy. Now he's a book. Now he's an author of a book, and he's using that platform to make him money, Now, how does that help? I know you guys are like, Coach. Okay, so now he has his product and it's making him money. But what if John doesn't have thousands of people that want his product and that he can go talk to? Jake, what if he's just an average, ordinary person like me, that may not have as much credibility as somebody like a Tony Robbins or Eric Thomas? What if they're an average, ordinary person that's just trying to figure out a means in a way to how they can get their message across the world? And I'm gonna tell you guys, one person at a time. If you're living within your purpose, you don't worry about the multitude. You worry about transforming one life at a time. Transforming one life at a time. I want you guys to put that in the chat. Transform one life at a time. So now, I know you guys are like, Jake, so how does that turn into financial freedom? I'll give you guys an example. John was $40,000 in debt. John was $40,000 in debt. John used his problem. See, the reason why we can't get our breakthrough in life is because we're so consumed in ourselves that we don't realize our problem is our solution out of our bondage. So John used his problem, turned it into his purpose, that turned into a product that created him a profit that's going to buy back his freedom. There's two ways. There's two ways that you gain financial freedom. There's two ways that you gain freedom in this world. It's through buying it yourself, or it's through dying. There's only two ways that you can gain financial freedom in this world. If you buy your freedom or you buy it. So this is what happens. So his problem then turned into a purpose, then that turned into a product. And then from the product, it turned into a profit. Now, what are you saying it's a profit? I'll show you guys an example right here. I'm going to show you guys in red. So did it cost John one single dime to create that product? No, because it was all in his head. The product was all in his head. So John created a product for $0. He may have invested just a little bit for the platform or for the book, but the knowledge was already here. He didn't have to go anywhere. So John, through his experience, created. So he created a product and he started selling that online course in his academy for $200. So John had a mission. John had a mission that every year, starting off, every year, he would help 100 people. John had a mission that every year he would help 100 people break their addiction through his course. Guys, don't miss this. So John helped 100 people. So year one, John made $20,000. Remember, he was in debt 40. Remember, he was in debt 40. John took this $20,000, subtract the $20,000 that he was in debt. Debt means bondage. If you're in debt to somebody, they own whatever house, whatever property, whatever material, whatever car that you have, somebody else owns it. You're just renting it until you buy it. So then that's year one. $20,000 down. Now he only owes $20,000. John then does it again. He helps 100 people year two. Year two. He helps 100 people. That's $20,000 again. Minus $20,000. By year two, John is now debt-free, and his purpose bought him his freedom. Now he owes nobody, and every single dime that he makes creates more money. Now, I know you guys are saying, well, I can help more than 100 people. Hey, guess what? I know that you can, but I wanted to show you guys how your purpose can turn into financial freedom for yourself. So here we go again. The next thing is, how do I find my target market? How do I find my target market? Well, target market, it works within your sweet spot. A target market is aligned with your sweet spot right here. The target market is what you separate yourself from. The target market is who would better benefit from that product. Target market. So John's target market, remember we talked about John. John was a married man. John was a married man. So it's safe to say that his target market will be of marriages. Because remember, we talked about John, addiction was hurting his marriage. So now his addiction now turned into a product, which turned into a profit that is benefiting married couples, because that's his target market. What you guys have to understand when it comes to walking in your purpose, when it comes to finding your purpose, when it comes to creating a product, when it comes to figuring out exactly what your specific niche is, what your exact sweet spot is, when it comes to those things, one thing that we have to understand is if we don't have a target market, you don't have anything. You have to have a target market in order for you to progress. You have to have a target market in order for you to move forward. You have to have a target market in order for you to get to the place to where you need to go. You need to be able to see who would best benefit from your product, from your purpose. And I know some of you guys are like, Jake, now you said purpose means to help people. But here's the deal, guys. Your purpose may be to help people, but that doesn't mean you can help everybody. You have to operate within the realm of who you can affect the most efficient. Now, you're going to have tons of people come to you. However, when they come to you, you can help them, but you have to start off in a specific niche market because the riches are in the niches, which is the sweet spot. So prototype development. I told you I was going to go over prototype development. Prototype development works like this. Prototype development is exactly what we're doing right now. Guys, we're launching Transformation University online and it's a transformation academy, and it's an actual business academy, business life relationship academy, a university teaching people how to turn their purpose into a profit and turn their profit into financial freedom. And it's an academy that we've done. And what we're doing right now, I'm giving free knowledge. I'm giving you guys free information so that maybe I can prove myself valuable enough for you guys to be a part of that beta group. That's what we're doing. So when we're talking about purpose to profit, prototype development simply means I am testing out my purpose. I'm fine-tuning my purpose to see who sees it and deems it to be as valuable as it needs or as I see it to be, so that I can move forward. So in prototype development, there's a few things that you can do. You can beta test a group of people. You can beta test friends and family. You can get on Facebook and you can ask Facebook. You ask the market, what do you guys need? What do you guys struggle with? As you guys can see in the beginning, we had polls. And when we had polls, we were taking those polls so that we can figure out how we can continue to fine tune our message so that it hits you guys home exactly where you need to be hit. So we talk about prototype development. In our book, People First, Results Second, I'm going to show you guys here. In our book, People First, Results Second, you guys are going to get a free copy of this book if you guys take advantage of the bonus that we'll have here in a second. It's 54 pages of content teaching you guys the blueprint of how we built an unstoppable organization. And it's giving you guys everything that you need in order for you to be successful. And what this is, I'm giving you guys everything. For an example, how to prototype your product, service, or system, testing, marketing and branding, the unique check, how to see if your product, service, or system is unique in comparison to everything else in the market, how to price it right, how to make sure that you're dealing with great quality in comparison to other things. I teach you guys here. You have this is one of the parts, and I teach you market research. I show you how to market what you have, how to look on Google, how to look on certain things in order for you to be able to progress. And you guys are going to get this as a part of the bonus that we're going to have. This is literally 54 pages of exactly raw content, and it's straight. And the reason why it's 54 pages is because I don't like fluff. And there's a lot of books out there that just have a lot of fluff just because they want it to be 200 pages. So the book can look good, and they could have got to their point within 50 or so pages. This is the process that you need in order to progress and move yourself in a way that you need to. Here's another example. I'm gonna give you guys another example. Exactly, Skyron. You have a specific audience that is just specifically for you. I'm gonna give you guys another example. I'm also going to gift you guys inside of our program. We Are Sick. These are books that we're charging a nice sum of money for, because it gets straight to the point. And what I talk about in We Are Sick is simply the simple fact that most of us don't realize that 76% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And the reason why it's hard for us to function inside of our purpose is because when we build a business just to make a profit and we're not making the profit, we begin to start spending the money before we even get it. We put ourselves in bad bonds. We put ourselves in bad situations, which causes us to not operate inside of our purpose. Because if you're struggling mentally and you're struggling physically, especially financially, it's hard for you to be able to have the clear mindset to be able to move forward in the way that you need to. And you have to move forward in the way that you need to. You have to move forward in a way that is going to help you use your purpose and help other people get to where they need to be. Guys, don't miss that. You have to be financially sound. You have to learn how to live within your means. Guys, I talk about in this book how I, was making $100,000 a year at 23 years old. I had two 2015 BMWs, and I was living paycheck to paycheck. And the only reason I got those BMWs was to prove to other people that I was balling. And the craziest thing about working and functioning inside of your purpose, if you're working and you're functioning inside of your purpose, also tagged in with that sweet spot, you don't care what other people think. The only thing you want to do is to get as far and to as many places as you can in order for you to progress in the way that you need to. And so, so when we talk about that marketing and branding, it's going to be in that product. And when you talk about marketing and branding, you have to market to a specific niche. You have to know what your niche is. And in that branding, that package you have to give more value for that package than you're offering. You have to give people a chance to get to know you. You have to give people a chance to get to know your product. You have to give people a chance to get to know where you are and where you need to be, so that you can prove that you have the solution for their problem, that you have enough information up here, or you have enough money, you have enough technology created, or you have your system is jam-packed and proven, and it'll help them get to where they need to go. That is that, guys. I gave you guys so much content. I tried to squeeze all of it in as much as I can. But guys, listen, the only thing I was trying to do, I was trying to prove to you guys why I need to be your personal transformation coach. I'm going to be doing this, you know, as you guys are going to see me, because there's no millennials in this space that is touching the hearts of the people like they need to, teaching them that we all have a product inside of us that can help gain us the financial freedom that we need. It can fulfill us on the inside, so that we don't have to worry about anybody else. We don't have to worry about the cars that somebody else have. We're comfortable in our own skin because we're living out our purpose the way God intended it. Romans 12:2 says, do not conform to the world. Simply do not conform to the world just simply means do not. Absolutely, Skyron. Let's say goodbye to poverty and lack. The beautiful thing about when Romans 12:2 says, do not conform to the world, it simply says, don't do what everybody else is doing. Woo, don't miss that. Do not conform to the world simply means do not focus on what everybody else is doing. Focus on your sweet spot. Focus on what makes you great, because what your sweet spot is going to make you uniquely different. And because you're so unique, it's because you're so different, people will flock to whatever product, service, or system you have because they want you. They love your uniqueness. You're looking like you just have everything that they need. And so that's important for you guys to understand. I think that's what makes you different. And then Romans, it says, do not conform to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Guys, don't miss that either. Your transformation is here. You have to decide to be great. Your transformation is in between these ears. Your transformation was in your experiences. Your transformation was through the trials and tribulations that you were going through. Your transformation is everything inside of here. All you have to do is decide that you want to be great. All you have to do is decide that you want to be amazing. All you have to do is decide that you're no longer going to be a victim to your circumstances, and you're going to use your circumstances as somebody else's key to get through their breakthrough. Don't miss that. I'm telling you guys right now, the key to your success is to be transformed here. And it says, and it ends it, so that you may prove that God's will is your destiny. It's your destiny. God's will is your destiny. He's already written a destiny out for you. And the reason why sometimes it gets hard for you and you can't, it seems like you can't make it, and it seems like it's hard to bear, is because you remember that story when I told you I was a kid and I was wearing somebody else's shoes. Even though I was playing the right game, I was still wearing the wrong shoes. Don't miss that. You could be playing the right game right now, but if you're wearing the wrong shoes, you're walking in somebody else's destiny. Your destiny, your breakthrough is within your own shoes, walking your own lane. Skyron, you're amazing the way that you are. Talia, you're amazing the way that you are. Michonne, you're amazing the way that you are. AJ, you're amazing the way that you are. And the world is ready to hear your story. But until they hear your story in a product, service, or system, they're waiting effortlessly and they're waiting for you to come help them receive their breakthrough, which brings me to Destiny Awaits. I'm going to share with you guys this here, our event, Destiny Awaits, December 8th and 9th. My wife and I are hosting our very first Destiny Awaits event. And in this event, we're going to teach you guys, I'm going to take you guys through the experiences that God took me through in helping me find my purpose, my destiny. Your destiny is your sweet spot. Your destiny is what separates you from. And at this event, It is, of course, a keynote speaker. I'm going to take you through the 6 phases that God took me through. The preparation phase is getting your mind ready to be absolutely renewed in a way that you never thought that you can be. The second phase is the evaluating the mistakes that you made, evaluating the partnerships that you made, evaluating the bad relationship that you got yourself into, evaluating the bad decisions that you've decided to make, evaluating if you have the wrong shoes on, and figuring out what size shoes you wear so that you can walk your walk into destiny. Phase 3 is going to be discovering your skills, talents, and gifts. And I'm going to show you guys how I can dig a little deeper and show you guys that your skills and talents aren't surface level. Some of your skills and talents have been suppressed because of your doubt, because of you saying that you're not capable or you're not enough for to be successful. The fourth phase is I'm teaching you guys the power of relationships and why relationships are important for your breakthrough and finding your purpose. Phase 5 is transformation. At this point, you're going to be transformed. You will never be the same. Your life will be absolutely different. You're going to find your purpose here. Your sweet spot is going to be found here in phase 5. And at phase 6, I'm going to help as everybody that's participating in that at this event. I'm going to help everybody find their purpose, and I'm going to help them turn their purpose into a specific product. Before you leave this 2-day conference, you will know your product, service, or system, and we'll be able to work together in order to let the world hear about your product, service, or system. This is an event that you guys do not want to miss. And with this, with you guys being on the webinar, I'm actually going to be gifting you guys something for you guys being on the webinar. I'm going to show you guys something, being on the webinar. Let me see. Let's see. Here's the, do our offer, babe. Can you please go to our offer, AJ? And our offer is going to be, if you guys were to invest in this school. Now, even if you guys are in Dallas, Texas, and you can't get to Texas December 8th and 9th, I would love to have you here. But if you guys can't wait and you can't get here December 8th and 9th, our event is going to be live on pay-per-view. Our event is going to be live on pay-per-view. So exactly where you are, you're going to see the live event. You're going to see the breakout sessions. You're going to see the breakthrough. You're going to see tears. You're going to see, an exciting phase of your life. You're going to see the transformation happen inside of the screen exactly where you are. And because you're on this event, I'm actually going to offer you guys a chance to be a part of the beta launch group for our Purpose to Profit Blueprint. And with this offer, I'm you guys, with the purchase of a premier ticket, I'm going to give you guys our online academy. I'm going to give you guys our online academy, Transformation Academy, Purpose to Profit, for $60 a month. Let me show you guys something. All this excitement that you guys are getting me here, I have courses. Full size, full service courses, 15 minutes, 25 minutes. I teach you 7 biblical secrets to building a successful business. I give you guys all the sauce, all the fire that I had to gain through experience. I teach you guys how to build a championship business, the purpose of goal setting. As you guys can see here, the Coach's Corner first, this is going to be filled in at the event. So you have to come to the event. You have to be a part of the event. The event Destiny Awaits is going to be here. How to sell your vision and mission. Here, as you guys can see, you're going to learn how to build a team of believers. You're going to learn how to recruit people inside of our course. You guys are going to have access to it tonight, the moment that you purchase that ticket. How to do that, developing a killer product. These are all the things that you guys are going to be able to have tonight, purchasing this ticket. Now, how do you purchase the ticket? You go to www.schooloftransformation.com/events. www.schooloftransformation.com, school with the K.com/events. I'll put this in the chat. Okay. AJ is going to put it in the chat. I'm sorry. AJ is going to put this into the chat. If you click to register here, if you click that button to register, it's going to take you directly to that website, and you have to get the premier. It's the $149 one. You have to get the premier. Once you get the premier and we see that you purchased the ticket, we're going to email you. We're going to email you the link to our course online. We're going to email you guys the link to our course in our academy online. There's over 40 something videos on the academy, and I'm going to be putting more information on the academy every single week, every single month. There's going to be live calls, coaching calls, weekly calls. We're building this up. You guys are a part of that beta lunch because you guys made this webinar. I think it's important for you guys to see the value of this and to purchase this ticket. You guys have 4 hours to get this ticket so that you can get this value of this academy. Please do not hesitate to get this academy because it's going to be great. We're taking it from $60 to, after this beta lunch, it's going to go to $150 a month minimum. And if you guys want personal coaching, a one-on-one coaching, we do have that offered to as well. And we'll talk to you on a one-on-one basis. We want to consult where you are. We want to see exactly what you need from us. And we'll figure out some type of personal coaching if you need that one-on-one. And if you do need that one-on-one coaching, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. Info. Yes, it's let me go to the chat. Let me see. Do you have an online school? Exactly, Italia. That's what it is. Our online school is going to be available to you guys for $60 a month for the beta launch. If you guys go to the link that was provided to you guys to purchase that Destiny Awaits event. Even if you guys can't make it and you're not in Dallas, Texas, that's going to be live broadcasted. So you'll be able to be a part of that 2-day event with us, even inside of your computer. And so purchase that ticket, and then we're going to give you access to this academy for $60 during a beta launch. And the best thing, Italia, is guess what? We're going to be putting more information and more content on that, and you guys will be grandfathered in at the $60 a month fee at part. You're going to be grandfathered in at the $60 a month while everybody else's monthly rate goes up. The people that get in on this beta lunch, you will forever, for a lifetime, be at $60 a month. And all the information, all of the courses that we put in this academy on this course, you guys will be able to get it for a lifetime for $60 a month. AJ, please put the link back in the chat. Put the link back in the chat for them to be able to get it. And if you guys wanted to purchase the academy, as a one-time payment for the rest of the year, you'll actually get a $120 discount at $600 to just purchase the year subscription for the academy. Okay, good, Italia. You could pay the monthly. It's whatever's up to you. I'm here to help. But you have to purchase the event online. It's going to be $149 for the event. It's going to be $149 for the event for our 2-day conference. And we're going to give you access to our course. Watch this. You guys are going to get access to our course tonight. We're going to give you guys access to our course tonight. The moment you purchase that ticket, give us about an hour to get you that link, and you guys have access to that course tonight, and you'll be able to purchase that monthly $60 rate on the course site tonight at $60 a month, and it's only for that time. Do you guys have any questions? Italia, do you have any questions? Anyone have any questions? I want to answer any questions before we get done. Cool. Italia, the academy will be available once we see at the $60 a month rate. The academy is going to be available. I would like the direct link to the year subscription. Okay, Italia, we'll get you that direct link to the year subscription for that academy. We'll get you the direct link to the year subscription for that academy. Let's see. And matter of fact, Italia, I'll tell you what, this is what we're going to do for you. You purchase that year subscription. We'll gift you. Not only will you guys get you guys will not only get our People First, Results Second a book. We're going to gift you free inside of the academy. We're also going to give you guys the access to We Are Sick, Surviving Financial Cancer book inside of the academy. And also, Italia, we're going to give you a lifetime access to the conference so that you're able to see the conference whenever, at whatever time that you want for a lifetime. You'll be able to get that 2-day conference. It'll be gifted to you inside of the academy if you get that yearly subscription. Hey, Skyron, you're in Murphy, Texas. You got to come out. I have to shake your hand. I got to hug you. My wife and I want to see you. Skyron, come to the event. It'll be absolutely amazing. It'll be absolutely amazing. Italia will email you. That link so that you can get it. And then we'll put that. Absolutely, Italia. We'll give you that link. We'll email it to you here now. We'll email it to you as soon as the webinar is over. We have your email address in our system, and we'll email it to you. The same email that you use for this webinar, please do. Do not hesitate. Good, Italia. Skyron, you got to come see us. This is the end of the webinar. We love you guys so much. Please subscribe to the webinar. Go to our YouTube, The School of Transformation. Become a partner in that. We have you guys' email. We'll keep you guys updated. And listen, we love you, and we can't wait to see you transform your life. Skyron, we'll be looking forward to you. Italia will get you the information, and we'll see you at the top, because the bottom for us is way too crowded. Peace, and we love you.